along the way. In this great country, can't forget your heart. Dry your tears, I say, and no oh, my little sister, don't shed no tears. No, everything was so vivid, the sounds and the things that I saw. Since so much these past few years, that your eyes can touch me. Looking back in black and white, and we always do all right to bring me back to history. And good friends we lost along the way. In this great country, can't forget your heart. Dry your tears, I say, and no. Oh, my little sister, don't shed no tears. No, said I
Welcome everybody to the annual meeting. I'd like to introduce the president of the board, George Manfra. Wow, welcome everybody. Look at this crowd. This is amazing. I mean, I look out, I see a lot of people I know, a lot of people yet to know and hope to know. So hopefully I'll make my way around. I want to follow up on what Ann said and thank dignitaries who are in attendance tonight. Without their help, we wouldn't be where we are. We're fighting the trenches to help keep us alive. So let's give them all another. Now we're going to maybe embarrass some people, but we're going to call some people's names. And when I call your name, if you could just stand and remain standing. Let's see. Josh Suez is not here tonight. He's the vice president of the board. I'm sorry he couldn't make it. Linda King. Frank Collins. Is Matt Collins here? And then Steve Hart. And the other, John, is Marcia Manning here. I haven't seen her. I'm not sure if she's here. Jordan Shapiro. I know it's are there any other former board members present from Malden Access Television? Please stand if you're here. Former board members, yep. Former board members. Dick Paul Weston in the back, past president. I just want to thank them all. We should all thank them all. These people don't get paid for the jobs they do here at Malden Access. They do it because of the love of Malden Access and community. And nomadic. Oh. So, thank you, everybody. Has everyone seen the newsletter? Got the newsletter? I mean, this is a fantastic job. Thank you to Ann, Ron, Susan Lawrence. But I look through these pages, and I see, wow, this is Malden Access. And not only is this Malden Access, this is Malden. Look at all the people involved. I mean, young people, older people. Jane Phillips just celebrated her 90th birthday. Happy birthday. I open these highlights from the open house showcase. But look at everyone that's in there. I mean, these times were crazy political times, all the stuff we don't like that's going on right now, but look at a diverse group of people in here all together. They all look like they're genuinely happy and smiling to be with each other. That happens in all. Maybe the rest of the world look at us and take our lead. We're doing something right here, I think. But anyways, I guess I'm rambling now. I guess my job here is to open this meeting. What's that gavel? Should I read over and grab a gavel? Okay, so this annual meeting of Malden Access Television, I hereby declare open. Thank you.
Now introducing Andrew Rose and Alonzo Amos.
Thank you, everyone. I'm Andorsa Rose, the Associate Director of MATV.
And that will make me Talonzo Amos, the Director of Operations here at MATV. So, hello and welcome everybody to Miami. First of all, I know you all enjoyed the dinner. Everybody enjoyed the dinner? I have a list, and we're going to read down this list of establishments that donated food for this event. Okay, so we're going to read down this list so we give everybody a chance to applaud them. Okay? Starting with All Seasons Table.
Bobby C's Restaurant.
Rockside Restaurant.
El Porcho Mexican Grill.
Abisha Ethiopian Cafe.
Hugh O'Neill's Pub.
John Brewer's Tavern.
Jody Palace Indian Food.
Howard's Bar and Grill.
Canatosi Bakery.
Ristorante Serrera.
Sal Khan Independent Caterers.
Sun Kong Restaurant.
And the Taste of India.
Josephine Royal, the office manager at MATV. She made the meatballs with no cheese.
He doesn't like it.
And Urso Rose, she made the salad. And how about live music? I have a favorite hashtag. Hashtag support live music. The music tonight was brought to you by Kenny Seltzer. Kenny Seltzer. Hashtag support live music.
And of course, we want to thank our host tonight that we're in this wonderful venue, so Albert Spadafora of Anthony's Restaurant.
And of course, we want to thank all of you, and you too, for joining us tonight.
Everyone represents people who produce here at MATV, volunteer at MATV, friends, family, community leaders, nonprofit heads, activists, artists, teachers, young people. We're so glad that all of you are here tonight with us, and we welcome you.
Ashiana, is the plan we get this party started?
Well, wait a minute, Alonzo. I just wanted to first announce to everyone, did you know we have a shiny new mission statement? Oh, yes, this year MATV has adopted a new mission statement.
And I'm thinking that you should share this mission statement with everybody, because if I know you, you already got it memorized.
I do have it memorized, actually. And you know what? I could never have memorized the old one, so this is good. So, MATV, Malden's Media Center, sorry. The mission of MATV, Malden's Media Center, is to connect community, promote civic engagement, and nurture arts and culture in the city of Malden.
That sounds splendid, but I think you left out one thing.
Oh, really? What did we leave out?
To have fun.
Well, that is true. MATV likes to have fun. So, I think we should get this party started. we should get this party.
It's time to travel. Peace out and deuces.
And now, please welcome, from a galaxy far, far away, Obi-Wan Kenobi!
Thank you. I am Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm a Jedi Knight, and I come from a faraway place with a message. This message is in the form of a video, which you're about to see. Please look it and remember. And may the media be with you.
This is where we should be giving you history behind the scenes you're about to see, but our board of directors wanted to make this video short, so we are shortening the scene. There is a great disturbance in the universe.
Luke, make a mad dash for the media center. You gotta warn Nika. Everyone there is about to be destroyed. Do you think I can make it? You gotta make it, kid. The future of community media is at stake. Okay, come with me. No problem. Chewie, let's turn the ship around. We gotta go and save the universe.
So one of those ships is heading to Mongolia. Should I take it out?
Never mind him. He'll be too late to save the media center. Follow the Millennium Vision. I want Han's duel.
You'll never get away with this, Darth.
When will you give it up, Princess? Public access media is dead.
Never. As long as I'm alive, the media is with me.
Well, we'll soon remedy that. But first, let's take care of this little problem. Prepare to fire the death ray gun.
Ready, sir.
Go!
Goodbye, Maldonia Media Center. Fire!
No! You're an evil monster, Darth. The Force will rise against you.
What force? We are Amazon. We are the media, and now we rule the universe.
You're wrong. The people's voices will be heard.
That's enough fake news. Take her away.
Mika, are you okay? Please be alive.
Luke, Skyrunners, is that you?
Yes, it is. Don't speak.
I must speak. You must save community media. You can't let the forces of Kamazan destroy us. Here, take this. It's an ancient Jedi map. Go to the stony oasis, beyond the great desert. You must find Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoga. They will show you the way.
What about you? I'm not just gonna leave you here.
It's over for me, Luke. The future is yours now. Go and make media happen.
Mika, no! You're gonna pay for this, Vapor! Come on, Obies. Let's go find Stony Oasis.
Well, look who we have here. An old husband smuggler with his pet grub.
It's not wise to upset a Wookiee. I wouldn't get him mad if I were you.
There's nothing he or you can do. Our takeover of the universe and all its media is complete. Kamazan is all there is now. Get used to it.
What? I pay my cable bill. Why are you keeping us here?
So you and your kind will never defeat me. Now take them away.
Hello? Yoga? Obi-Wan Kenobi? Is anyone there? Yes, I have. Rika has sent me for you to tell me where Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Jedi Knight, is.
Ah, yes, the Jedi Knight. Here is he. But to see him, open your heart, you must.
I'm trying, okay? My heart's open.
Oh, try less and open more.
I'm right here, Luke. And welcome to Stony Oasis. I am Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm here to help you.
Help me? How? The Empire's so strong.
You will become a Jedi Knight, and the media will be with you.
Jedi Knights? I thought that was all a myth.
Luke, they're as real as you are.
But, I mean, I'm just one person. How can I take on the entire dark side?
You will find a place where the voices are not being heard, and you will convince them that their voices will be heard, and they will follow you for the fight.
Yeah, okay. Where is this place?
Yoga.
Mystic Station it is called. It's an old hangout for Jedi Knights. Go there and persuade you must.
Okay, how am I gonna do that, though?
The words are inside you, Luke. You just have to let them out. Now, go with Obi-Wan Kenobi and learn the art of the Jedi Knight.
Luke, take this and follow me.
Well, thanks for the attempt at saving me.
Listen, sister. Who says I was trying to save you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I'm the princess of Moldonia.
Hey, I'm just a smuggler. I'm not a Jedi Knight.
Oh, that's obvious. Okay, come on. Let's find a way to get out of here.
I think I may be able to help you.
Anna Sebastian, what are you doing here?
I was doing some trading with paper.
Oh, aren't you a smooth-talking smuggler?
I like to think of myself as a galactic entrepreneur.
How dare you!
Come on, let's get out of here. I got the keys to the Millennium Kitchen. Let's go.
Wait, how'd you get my keys?
Oh no, stormtroopers! Get down!
Blast them!
Luke. You're almost there. A few more tests. Oh, Luke. You are halfway there. Would you like me?
What?
Final test. If you could snatch this thumb drive from my hand, you will become...
You mean like this?
You are a Jedi Knight, Luke.
Okay, cool. Now I'm a Jedi Knight.
Luke, but remember one thing. Only use your weapon when you need to.
But, I mean, how are you getting this sensation? That would be yes. Come on, follow us to the ship. What great timing. Then sway over, you're alive.
Of course I am. Now let's stop talking and start running.
Well, this is it, Luke. Be prepared. It's going to be pretty raunchy inside.
I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Are you sure you're up to this, kid?
Remember, Luke, the media is inside you. Let your voice rise from within.
I can do this. Come on, let's go in and save the universe.
Hello, everyone. I'm Han Duro, and this here is Luke Skyrunner. So listen up. He's got something important to say.
All right, make it quick.
Hello, fellow Jedi Knights. I'm here to tell you that the media is with you.
No, it doesn't. Amazon knows our media.
It doesn't have to be that way. Look at us. We all look different, but what connects us is the need to tell our local stories and what matters most to us.
But how do we defeat Amazon?
We are the community. It's up to us to fight for our voice, to bring us together, and to make community media. Who's with me?
Let's get to our ship and fight with everything we've got. May media be with us. Who is with us?
Stay home. Your mission has just begun. Now go out and make media happen.
And with the help of the Jedi Knights, the voice of the community was heard throughout the galaxy. We end.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ron Fox, Executive Director of MATV Wellness Media Center. I can tell you, I want to thank this video. It just seriously just got out of the oven a few minutes ago. James Mudge, where are you? James Mudge, editor. Thank you so much, James. And by the way, he was also the voice of yoga. But first of all, thank you so much for coming. I want to start off by thanking everybody who came out tonight to support MATV Wellness Media Center. And I look out this audience, and I'm seeing such a diverse and vibrant group of people. It's not only personally gratifying, but it clearly demonstrates the great connection that MATV has with this incredible community. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for coming in. But I also want to thank all the producers and their volunteer crews who each day create a TV show, a video, a multimedia program. All these creative people coming together to express their point of view, share a local talent, or produce something from their culture that they want to share with the rest of this community. It's a wonderful thing to see. Because we get emotional, because I have the greatest job in the world. I'm proud to say that our membership and the people who support us are as diverse as the city we serve. Thank you all for being part of what we do. But let's not forget the young video producers who are part of the youth programs we have. They continue to amaze me with their energy and enthusiasm when given a chance to express their imagination. and create multimedia projects that makes a difference in their lives. I was delighted to see a former youth member, Josh Cronin, who this year worked on the movie Patriots Day, or last year I should say, and this summer spent his time in Los Angeles with the filmmaker Peter Burke. That's pretty cool. He began at KVA 8 years ago. I'm grateful to all the local citizen journalists who have come together to tell their local stories in the community. They're all bringing to light important issues, events, local history, and their own personal perspective to share with everybody here in this room and in the city. I also want to acknowledge all the local artists who have participated at the MATV Gallery by sharing their artistic talents through art exhibits and art-related projects that we've put on over the year. This year we're pleased to feature Anna Tai, who's here tonight, by the way. Anna, a Vietnamese refugee who now came to Northern to seek a better life. And now she gets to share her unbelievably beautiful artwork that's made from embroidery. So if you haven't seen it, you really look up Anna. By the way, the dress that Anna's wearing was designed by Anna. Want to stand up, Anna? Share that dress designed by Anna. And currently we have, we're featuring the artist Efron Elad. Did Efron make it tonight? He was going to try to make it, never made it. But he has some wonderful paintings from his, that helped depict his village from his own town of place in Cameroon, Africa. I wish he was here tonight again. He got to find out about us through the Immigrant Learning Center. But I guess all goes to show you that MATV is committed to supporting the arts. And it's in our DNA, actually, to encourage artistic expression. No matter what the media you use, we believe in fostering its creation. That's what MATV is all about. And finally, I want to thank Mayor Christensen and all the government officials and workers who have been so supportive to us over the years. As we found during our recent ascertainment process, the people want to see more government meetings recorded. And we are working closely with the Mayor's office to make that a reality. This is a very critical time for MATV and community media in general. As technology changes and the way content and ideas are transmitted, we need to be aware of those changes and develop strategies for adaptation. Over the past year, I've heard the phrase, the tipping point, a lot. Sometimes it was one of those overdevelopment meetings. Sometimes it was at one of the open space meetings. But a lot of it was at the gatherings that we talked about the value of art in the community. I believe that MATV Multimedia Center should be added to that tipping point list. Today we are at the brink of something very, very important. Technology is changing. And they're changing so fast, our capacity to comprehend that change has become essential to our future. MATV has been taking a good look at itself. This is our chance to evolve and to solidify our role in this community. Our engaged board of directors has just spent a couple of years finalizing our strategic plan over the next 3 years, and we're on our way to implementing it. Over the next few months, we'll be reaching out to you, to all the citizens, to promote what we do, but more importantly, to ask for your feedback, for your ideas of our new rebranding strategy. We are also actively looking for a new space. We are outgrowing our space that we have. It leaks, it's old, and it's time to move on. But we're looking to build a new space that is a state-of-the-art facility whose technology can be utilized by everyone in the city of Malden. And we will continue to expand our collaborations with the arts and build on our ability to connect with various community groups throughout the city. You know, as Ann said, I just got back from Italy. A great trip, my friend Mary. We had an artist in residency in the Tuscany Valley, in a medieval hamlet, high above it all. I learned so much. I was so inspired by the art and history of Italy, the culture, and all these fellow residents. I was telling Ann, it felt like it was back in college. I was learning so much. But then I thought about returning back to Malden, and that I really miss Europe. And I looked around when I got home, and I went, gosh, wait a minute. I didn't realize not only Europe, but the whole world is right here in Malden. So our diversity is our strength right here in Malden. It made me think about Florence. Florence, what made Florence a wonderful city, besides the beautiful art, was it was a very open city. People don't realize what made that city special was that they had Christian art, pagan art. They invited travelers, tradesmen, people, the Moors. All these various groups were free-flowing in Florence. It was an independent city. And when I come back to Malden, I'm not saying that Malden's coming to be Florence, but we certainly have a city that's open to that diversity, and I'm proud of it. And finally, let's get back to MATV. As we continue to evolve and redefine ourselves and become better at what we do, we ask for your support. We ask for your involvement. But most of all, we ask that you join us, become a member, and help us build our future. We want you to know that we are here for you. MATV is here to give you a voice and empower you to engage. Thanks to all of you for supporting us and joining our celebration. Thank you. And now I'm supposed to introduce somebody that, and now Guillermo, begin our appreciation awards. Guillermo Hamlin, please come up. Here you are.
All right. Hello, everyone. So, I'm the Volunteer and Outreach Coordinator here at MATV, and I stand here today to recognize you, our members, who volunteer and increase our capacity to do what we do best. I want to echo Ron's point that I too have the greatest job, because my role at MATV is to continue to build, to continue to encourage, and to continue to last what we do here in Malden, which is to create community media and to outlast what is ultimately the way that we bring, to outlast old models and to bring Malden into the future of what media is. I stand here because I'd like to recognize a volunteer who at every given moment has been able to come to the call of duty when it comes to crewing public events, production, etc. But before I do that, I want to acknowledge the volunteers among us. Now, if you are able, I will call for you to stand. Now, if you have volunteered for our open house showcase, please stand and be recognized. If you have volunteered at last year's annual meeting, please stand and be recognized. If you volunteered on one of the many in-studio productions at MATV, please stand and be recognized. And ultimately, if you care for, support, encourage, promote, or care in the least about community media here in Malden and in the state of Massachusetts altogether, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Now, I'd like to call to attention Eunice Torres, our Volunteer of the Year. At every beck and call, whenever I send a crew call out to the community, I have no idea who will respond. But I do have an inkling that at the end of that email, Eunice wants to volunteer. If there were 48 hours in one day, she'd probably do all of it. But I'd like to thank her for allowing us to be able to show as many public events as possible, many video productions that otherwise would have gone unfilmed and therefore unedited. And because of this, tonight, we wish to commend her with a Volunteer of the Year award. And I'm going to introduce a clip commemorating Eunice Torres, and then after that I will have Eunice come on the stage to give this speech.
Malden Access for allowing me to be able to volunteer and film everything that I've worked on for the last quite a few years. This is important. The community access is so important because it is a stepping stone for a lot of things. And volunteering helps keeping it alive. And it's one of those things that it's the beginning of media literacy. And people don't understand what they see, don't understand what they're looking at. And the only way to learn is to volunteer and see all the different programs that Malden Access offers. And by attending to a few things, you'll start understanding what you're seeing and what you're doing. And that's what I love about this. The ability to be able to help people understand what they're seeing and bringing the different cultures on film. Thank you.
Okay, now I want to bring up to the podium our Educational Access Coordinator, Ms. Haley Howe.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? Good. Over here, especially. That case, very cool. We say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So I'm going to let this picture speak for me about the recipient of this year's Youth Impact Award. Cue pictures. As you can see, this is a very touching photo. This is one of my favorite photos of all time. It was taken during our youth summer program, Video Blast. I love this picture so much that I have saved it on my phone. Because every time when I look at this picture, it gives me hope. When we look at today's world, sometimes we see this is a crazy and cruel world around us. But this picture reminds me of, despite of all that, the truth is that we have a lot of people like this young man in this picture who is compassionate and caring, who is doing what he can in his community to bring others joy and inspiration. And I thank you for that. We need more people like him, and we need to remember there is more good than bad in this world. This young man is a good example of that. He's changing the world for the better every day through his work with the youth at MATV. Look at all his little fans right here supporting him tonight. He teaches these young people not only the video production skills, but more importantly, the importance and value of compassion and love. So I'm so honored to be here to present this award, the Youth Impact Award, to Mayfield Dotson. Let's take a look at this video about him.
Costumes and magic.
Including me. I am the magician, the captain of the ship.
We are back on America of the Voice. Very, very talented guest. Take it away.
Good job.
Cut.
Alright, how's everybody doing tonight?
I really enjoy this. I think it's fun.
I don't know what just happened, but let's just get back to the show.
We sang like our own songs, and we did a cool film of where we escaped. Escaped prison.
You're a very good, awesome teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, can I?
What was that, Lily? Huh?
You're
You're okay.
Thank you. Wow, I'm like slightly emotional. I wasn't expecting that, but I kind of was. But I just want to say thank you to everyone at MATV. You guys kind of just accepted me with open arms and just let me come in and create madness with all of these insane little kids. I love it so much. And I'm just so thankful that you guys really are giving this opportunity to the community to really create. And I think it's super important that we continue to focus on the arts because it's the only thing getting us through with music, video, all of that stuff. And I'm just so thankful to be a part of it. And I just want to leave you with one last thing. Just keep the art alive. Thank you.
Congratulations, Maceo. That was great. Stories sustain us. They keep our memories alive and they give meaning to our world. Our next honoree, Sharon Santillo, truly knows the value of a story. Sharon is an artist, a teacher, an activist, and the creator of the business Family Stories Through Art, which provides workshops for people of all ages and backgrounds to create beautiful handmade books that tell their own family stories. When Sharon joined the team of MATV's Neighborhood View, she brought her love for stories and her skill in telling them to our citizen journalism project, which was still in its beginning stages. She learned to write in a more journalistic style, and she began to dig into the local stories that interested her in our community. Her story about Suffolk Square in Malden, a forgotten Jewish enclave that thrived from the 1920s until the beginning of urban renewal in the 1950s, has drawn more comments on the site than any of our stories. Though it was posted almost 3 years ago, we still receive comments to this day, and the comments are in themselves more stories and memories from the people who lived there. Sharon likes to link the past with the present. In writing about the little free libraries that are now cropping up around our city, thanks to the initiative of Malden Arts, she tells the story of Malden's neighborhood branch libraries, which are no longer in existence. And earlier this year, she teamed up with fellow citizen journalist Elizabeth Sforcello and wrote a multimedia story about the students from the charter school that recently painted a switchbox on Salem Street, commemorating the life of Herbert L. Jackson, who lived in the house right near the switchbox. Sharon's companion story reported on the life of Herbert Jackson, who was the first African-American elected to the Malden City Council, and afterwards became the first African-American to be elected to the Massachusetts House of Representatives, from right here in Malden. Professional journalist Stephanie Shuro, who's the editor and coordinator of MATV's Neighborhood View, unfortunately could not be here tonight. But I asked her to comment on Neighborhood View and this award, and here's what she says. Maybe the internet has brought us things like fake news and junk email, but it has also done something very good. It has given citizen journalists a platform for reaching their community. There's a huge need for people to write about the issues of their neighborhood, whether it's an interesting feature or controversial development. MATV is encouraging a new generation of citizen journalists, and this award is to recognize those who are stepping up to report on the interesting stories that are happening in our city. Sharon, thank you for sharing stories in Neighborhood View. We're going to watch a short clip with the stories that you have featured.
thank you, MATV, for this honor, and thank you to all the people that I've interviewed for stories. I'm so honored that they trusted me to tell their stories. And can you all picture Pleasant Street? You know where MATV is. And then you go down about a block, there's the Department of Education. I cannot believe the quality of professional development available at MATV. For a nominal fee, you can take courses that are so valuable in all types of media. And I want to thank Ann and Sam and Stephanie for all the guidance they gave me for my writing. Thank you.
I think Obi-Wan Kenobi lost the window. Here I am again, Ron Cox, and I have another award to get. Let me go get it. Well, I was very lucky to get people involved in our studio, and they come from this community that we work and live in. And 8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago, Paul Hammersley walked into our studio and wanted to know what it was all about. He had this, just starting out, I think, his new company, media company called 3MG, if I got it right? 3MG. And the KBA, which is our kids video program, needed a recording studio, and he offered his studio for us to go over to his studio and record this incredible song that the kids came up with. Won't you call me MATV? That's the right name of it? Call me maybe MATV. And I want to thank Paul for that, because he didn't have to do that. And again, well, you probably know Paul from the work he does with the mayor. He's worked with the mayor of Gloucester, I think, since the mayor was elected. In some capacity, usually at working with the media, taking photographs, recording, and now he's been working with us. And now he's got a show, and it's been an incredible experience. He's been doing it now for almost a year now. It's called Overcoming Addiction. And it's a very important subject. It's affecting everybody across the country, across the planet. And Paul does a lot of great work in the community, and we thought, why not make a show out of it? And he works for the Malden Overcoming Addiction organization. And at this time, I would like Paul to come up here and take this award for the outstanding new program for 2017 for his show, Overcoming Addiction. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Hammersley.
This is definitely an honor. I have a little something written, but I do want to start out by saying, you know, doing this show, it's not really something that I really want to do. There's a real problem that our community faces and all the surrounding communities face, and you know, we were just sick of watching people die. You know, so we wanted to do something about it, and MATV has given Malden Overcoming Addiction a platform to get out a very strong and powerful message to folks. We're trying to help people, and it's just about saving one person. You know, and the work is tiresome, the work is 90% failure. But again, the work needs to be done, and I can't thank MATV enough for allowing us to get the word out there. So I want to thank the many volunteers that make the show possible. Their knowledge and support of the cause is immeasurable. I also want to thank MATV for providing Malden Overcoming Addiction the platform to help spread the message. It is our hope that the show will break down the barriers of stigma, provide hope for those who may be struggling, and solace for those who have experienced loss. Thanks again to MATV and the entire Malden community for your continued support. Thank you.
make sure that we've introduced all the MATV staff members that you haven't seen here up at the podium.
Okay.
Okay, and before we move on to the board part of our program, I just want to recognize a staff member, but she's a lot of folks, she's the newest person on our staff, and she does a lot behind the scenes. And she's very special. We just wanted to give her some flowers this evening, and that is Christine DeRosa.
I want to thank everybody for welcoming me to the meeting. I'm so at home. Thank you very, very much.